So, it is no wonder when the seventh angel sounds, the mystery of God shall be finished. Because when the seventh angel sounds, he reveals himself. The mystery of God shall be finished. He is no longer a mystery. He, like the cube, is unveiled. So when you go to Mecca and you see them, you see Yaqub. Remember, the child was raised and went to heaven, meaning he was on the same level as Yaqub. The child is Yaqub. Man, that's kind of far, Mr. Muhammad. We got you. We, the Nation of Islam, don't believe in that teaching. We never heard that. I'll go even deeper. From the Nation of Islam by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, from English lesson C1, what does it say? It says, my name is W.F. Muhammad. I came to North America by myself. My uncle was brought over here by the trader 379 years ago. My uncle cannot speak his own language. My uncle does not know he's my uncle. Remember, the most honorable Muhammad taught us that when Yaqub was 6 years old, he looked up at his uncle and told his uncle, Uncle, I'm going to make the people that rule you. Okay, Master Farad Muhammad gave this lesson. He says, my name is W.F. Muhammad. My uncle don't know himself. Spiritually speaking, Master Farad Muhammad was talking about Yaqub. I'm Yaqub. Do you understand? He said, my uncle don't know himself. Well, why don't the uncle know himself? And how does he know it? Because Yaqub did that to his uncle. He told his uncle, I'm going to make a people that's going to rule you. And his uncle said, what you going to do? Make something that make mischief in the earth and shed blood? He said, Uncle, nevertheless, I know what you know not. So, spiritually speaking, the wisdom, the God of Yaqub appears in the judgment. He says, my name is W.F. Muhammad, and my uncle don't know himself. Now, so Yaqub appears again. The wisdom. Remember that the Lord is the God of God, the King of kings. So we're dealing with the man that has the wisdom of mind contained in Yaqub. So Yaqub comes back, spiritually speaking. He says, he calls us his uncle. So what happens? Prophet Muhammad, 1400 years ago, gave his people who were white a ritual. Because Prophet Muhammad knew in 1400 years this thing is going to be over. And Prophet Muhammad had his people walking around this stone and kissing. Now, what did the Quran say about this? In the Holy Quran, chapter 15, verse 28, it reads, and when thou, Lord, said to the angels, I am going to create a mortal of sound clay of black mud fashioned into shape. So when I have made him complete and breathed into him my spirit, fall down, making obeisance to him. So in the Quran, it tells you that one day Allah is going to make a mortal of black mud, going to make a black man. And when this black man, the black stone, when this black man appeared, called bow, get down, kiss the sun, submit. Prophet Muhammad told the white folk in Arabia, look, in the last day, the man on the scene is going to be a black man. And when God finished with this black man and formed to complete him, bow down and make obeisance. What does the word obeisance mean? Obeisance means acknowledgement of another superiority. That's what the word means. So in the Quran, it tells, the Prophet Muhammad told these white people, bow down. Now, what's going to happen? See, they don't know what they're doing in the Middle East. I'm telling you. What's going to happen when these white folks find out what they're doing? you've been practicing ritualistically for 1,400 years to give yourself a chance to escape damnation, that you need to bow to this black man that's about to rule you. Okay? So, what's going on? Let's back up again. Let's slow down a moment. Let's get a little deeper, if you can imagine we're about to do something. Let's go even deeper into this thing. Now, I just showed you through science, through theology and ritual, I showed you what's really going in Mecca. That black stone, as the Muslim Bible, they say to this black stone, action service. They submit and bow to the stone. And I just showed you what you're looking at. You're looking at Yaqub. Okay? There's a lot I can say about that. So the ritual in Mecca is, you can say they're Yaqub. You're looking at Yaqub. And what did Master Farah Muhammad say? My uncle doesn't know himself. Yaqub. And the book tells you that the Father judges no man, but committed all judgment to the Son. So, as Elijah Muhammad told us, God did not drown Pharaoh. God in the Old Testament did not destroy Egypt. He did not do it. Because Pharaoh was not enough for God to fight. You can't fight God. So God made Moses to do the job. You understand? Moses drowned Pharaoh. Moses destroyed Egypt. Moses did that, not God. God gave Moses the power. Kind of like you read in the book of Revelation about this land being given power to rule nations. God made a man to submit to. That was Moses. In the book of Revelation, it tells you that the saints sung the song of Moses. Right? Now, let's get a little deeper here. Moses was a man. The word Moses means from water. You understand? Now, so the messenger told you this. He said, in that day, you won't need to go to a temple. You will be a temple yourself. Everywhere that you look for, you will find it. You will be wisdom. You don't have to go to a mosque or a temple. You're going to be the temple. You're going to be the truth. You're going to be God. Now, the messenger told us that. That's going to happen at a certain point. Moses means from water. You may have heard the term osmosis when you clean water. What happens during osmosis is that you separate a solute from a solution, or you separate something from like water. It goes from high concentration to low concentration. You understand? You separate it through a membrane. So, for example, in order to clean water, you put a certain membrane, a certain substance in a machine, and it draws it in. And what's left is clean water through the process of osmosis. Now remember that the child that was born ascended to heaven. He ascended in wisdom. And he approached the throne and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat on the throne and opened the book and spoke. He understood it. But the book of Revelation didn't say who taught him. The only thing we know about the Lamb of God, about the Son of Man, about this Lord, about Yaqub that's coming in the last day, is that he was born, he ascended into heaven, he took the book out of him that sat on the throne, opened it and read it. How did he do it? The messenger told you in that day that you're going to be the temple. Well, if this child was just born, ascended into heaven, and received enlightenment from where we don't know, his brain, his mind, draws in wisdom from around him. Like the messenger told us, right? His brain, his mind is Moses. He draws it in. He grabs wisdom from his surrounding. He is wisdom. He's the temple of God. So the Lamb, the child, the seventh angel, he received this wisdom from whence you know not. That child is Moses in the last day. That's how his mind worked. Through the process of spiritual osmosis. The wisdom just comes to him. He draws it. And the messenger told you that. He didn't call it Moses. He just said that you're going to be the truth. That everywhere you look, you just will see wisdom. The messenger said that. Well, that's a form of osmosis. You just drawing wisdom to you through this membrane, through your brain,